tell you, it doesn't get any better than this, folks. As we bumble our way through here of 2022 into 2023, the New York Post says the IRS warns Americans over $600 threshold to report Venmo and PayPal payments. They're coming for you, folks. The Biden administration is coming for you. The IRS is interested in transactions involving part-time work, side gigs, and selling goods. So I always laugh when everybody says we need to go to a cashless society. We got to go all digital currency, credit cards only. It can't happen. The government's going to find a way to get into all these apps, regulate all this, and tax you more. The Internal Revenue Service is reminding tax filers to prepare to report transactions of at least $600 that are made through a so-called third-party facilitator such as Venmo and PayPal. You can see a lot of people leaving those apps, a lot of people leaving those platforms soon. The agency on Tuesday posted an explainer warning American business owners earning $600 or more per year on payments that received through apps such as Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal to file a tax form known as a 1099-K. The IRS is interested. The IRS is interested in transactions involving part-time work, side gigs, and selling goods, according to the agency. They don't want you to get ahead. They want to continue to tax the hell out of you to pay for all this money that they've given away through the pandemic, all this money that's going over to Ukraine to fund the war. They're going to get you. The rule does not apply to non-commercial payments like reimbursing someone for food or rent or other one-off transactions, such as selling an old piece of furniture, according to the accountants. Sure. Before this year, the threshold of filing a Form 1099-K report was at least 200 transactions, totaling an aggregate of at least $20,000. When Congress passed the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021, that is the Biden administration, it included a provision that reduced the reporting threshold to a single transaction over $600. The Biden administration hopes that by reducing the threshold, the measure will crack down on Americans evading taxes by not reporting the full extent of their gross income. The proposal was offered as a way to help pay for the $3.5 trillion social spending bill that would invest in climate programs, childcare, and education. A $3.5 trillion bill. We got to pay for it. We have to pay for it. Climate's changing. We're going to burn up. We're all dying. You're already dead. Tommy Lucas of an Orlando, Florida based certified financial planner told CNBC the filers must include any sum that is reported on a Form 1099-K as part of their business income. Failure to do so could trigger an audit, since the IRS obtains a copy of a Form 1099-K directly from the third-party payment facilitator. They're going to come after you. No matter what level of income you are at, they're coming after you. And just another quick reminder, this goes back. This is August 19th of 2022. Biden is hiring 87,000 new IRS agents, and they're coming for you. The Internal Revenue Service is hiring a fleet of new agents, and they're probably coming to you regardless of your income level. They're going to get you. The Inflation Reduction Act, signed into law this month by U.S. State President Joe Biden, powers the Internal Revenue Service to nearly $80 billion in new funds. $80 billion. Where the hell are we getting all this money? Is the printing press just running? Like, who's paying for this shit? The world's most powerful collection agency is using the money to go on a hiring spree to fuel much tougher enforcement efforts. It's widely assumed that the audits will be brutal and widespread. Taxes start with tax returns, which must be signed under penalties or perjury. The Biden administration has said that the audits are on steroids, and for fat cats who have escaped having to pay their fair share too long, that's a bunch of bullshit. They're coming after the average people like me and you. it's coming. It's coming. They're going to come get you. The administration has suggested the IRS would perform no new audits on anyone making less than $400,000 annually, which is complete bullshit. They're coming after the little guy. I'm telling you, they're coming after you. Republicans tried to include that in the law, but every Senate Democrat voted against the amendment, as well as IRS audit protection for those earning less than $400,000. In other words, American taxpayers at every income level are fair game regardless of income. So buckle up and think about whether your taxes and records are vulnerable. How would they look under a microscope? Tax returns must be signed under penalties or perjury. What's more, if you could change that language, the IRS says it doesn't count as a tax return, which means your statute of limitations on an audit never begins. You can be audited forever. I'm telling you, they're going to come after you. They're coming after all of us, not the big guys, the small guys, because they're going to bully you. They're going to audit you. They're going to look at everything with a fine-tooth comb. So what do you guys think? Are you scared? Do you think that you'll be audited? Have you been diving in transactions over $600? Do you think the Biden administration is coming for you? Tell me what you think down below in the comments. And please, first time over here on the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so every time I drop a new video, you guys will be informed. And also give this video a thumbs up on the way out because it helps in the algorithm. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure to keep it live and keep it loud. Peace.